So I put together that little collage yesterday of some of Michael Savage's greatest hits since the first of the year. I had acquired a lot more sound bites than what I'd put on that particular collection. But I gotta tell you, in working and editing that for that particular bit, I kid you not, it made me physically ill. I, for the life of me, just do not understand how someone can go through life with such vile in their system and in their soul. I just do not understand it. I mean, you wonder, you wonder when he was growing up, who pissed in his Cheerios, metaphorically speaking, because I mean, the garbage he was spewing about, comparing the Obama administration to Hugo Chavez, and the fear mongering that we're going to, that we're going to wind up being a communistic society. I think that we all acknowledge that this country has made a sharp turn to the left, and I think that's just because we feel disenfranchised by what the quote-unquote free market system has done, and kind of the failure of the free market system in some key areas in our lives. But there is pure hatred in Michael Savage's tone. He, heaven forbid, somebody gets a leg up on him, on a Caucasian individual just because of their race. Now, I will be the first one to admit that my feelings are is that I do agree with the premise that my I didn't own any slaves, my parents didn't own any slaves, but we are a young country. This country in terms of history is just a blip on the map, and for reciprocity sake, when it comes to slavery, and yes, I am one that believes that slaves did indeed build a lot of the infrastructure of this country in the early day, so yes, maybe we do owe people of color a little bit, and I think that well, let's put it this way: in my line of work, I guess I've never lost or not gotten a job because somebody of color was who was less qualified than me wound up bumping me for position. I don't know. We do have some legitimate concerns in this country. I'm not going to sugarcoat this thought whatsoever. We have some real serious concerns. But to expound material like Michael Savage does, and in the way that he does, and the hatred and the vile that is in his tone as he expresses his feeling, I guess it's no surprise that you cannot find him on the radio dial in one of the larger media markets in the country here. And I don't think it's also a surprise that the more traditional conservative talk shows, at least that I heard, I listened yesterday. I actually took a swing over to that side of the dial, and I couldn't find a talk show host, Limbaugh, Hannity, any of those that had any mention whatsoever about the fact that Michael Savage has been banned from banned from coming to England. Excuse me. It's still early morning for me. But I guess that's really all I have on that. I mean, the British people have the British government has spoken. I can't say that I blame them for not wanting Michael Savage in their country. I don't say that I necessarily disagree with some of his beliefs. I just think that in his delivery and in his some of that way out wacky stuff that he comes up with, I don't know. I just think that I think that it was just by the British government, and quite frankly, it was the Brits' decision, and it's, quite frankly, as Americans, it's really none of our business. I think that we could find a lot. I think we could find a lot better causes overseas than worrying about whether or not Michael Savage can visit England. That's all I have on that. Sorry about rambling. This is John Shannon, the Redneck Cabbie. Adios.